Hi, everybody. I hope you're doing well during this coronavirus quarantine or quasi quarantine situation that we're in. Um, Personally, I'm about to go stir crazy, but making these videos kind of helps. And I'm hoping for those of you that are following them that it's helping you as well. Trying to focus on some other things that we can do while we're stuck at home that are not related to coronavirus. Anyway, what I wanted to talk with you about this evening, and one of my neighbor's dogs is barking off in the background there, is the idea of free feeding your dogs. What I mean by that is setting out a bowl of food for your dog and leaving it out all the time so that your dog just kind of grazes throughout the day and night and just eats whenever they want to. That's something that I do not recommend. I recommend for adult dogs that you feed twice a day, once in the morning and once in the evening. Puppies need more frequent meals, but they should not be free fed unless there's a reason that your vet wants you to do that, which of course always follow your vet's orders. But when it comes to, for example, a puppy, one of the ways to make housebreaking easier is to have them on a schedule where they eat at certain times, and it helps you to know when they might need to go outside. Whereas if you just leave their food out all the time, that puppy's going to be pooping all over your house, frankly, and it makes it really difficult to potty train a puppy that way. Even with my adult dogs, I feed them twice a day, and guess how many times a day they poop? Twice. They poop when they eat, right after they eat, and we're on that schedule, and that's the schedule they've always been on. And I know if I've got one that's pooping more than that, there may be something wrong. I know if somebody's not eating a meal, that they may have a health problem that's causing that. That does happen. So I always, keep my guys on the twice a day feeding schedule. Free feeding, leaving food out all the time, makes training really difficult because you really need to have a hungry dog when you're training. They're going to want those training treats, and they're going to be much more eager to work for you. It's kind of like when you eat a Thanksgiving meal. Right after the meal, if somebody wanted to take you out and teach you to do something, you kind of feel like a slug. And I think it's the same with the dogs. If they're just full all the time, it's just a harder training situation. If they're used to having food on demand. It can also lead to obesity, especially if you leave food out and just every time the bowl starts to get empty, you put more in. You have no idea how much that dog is eating a day. And so that can happen. I can only imagine if I had a bowl of food around me all day long, and it was, my husband was refilling it when it got low, I'd probably weigh 500 pounds. So it's just not a good idea for a number of reasons. So I thought I'd pass along that little tidbit for your training. Hope you guys are doing well.